All right, boys, gonna admit, not exactly gonna get far, but let's party like it's 1988.
Why the hell is Akiyama here on Yakuza 0 Biden? This just started and I now have several questions.
You know, I seem to have picked a very interesting day to come back and join you fellas. What exactly are we doing today?
Honestly, Bush, you chose a great time. However, I guess Joe called us over to show us the PC port of Yakuza 0. That's what he said in the group chat anyway.
I don't believe that for a second, Barry. The PC port wouldn't have these fancy UI buttons or that select screen, but perhaps that's all he modded. I mean, Majima doesn't look like some random-ass waifu.
Ah, Yakuza. Haven't really played one all the way through, but I do enjoy these games. There were so many mods on Nexus for 0 through 7.
What the fuck? Joe, why did you just do a fucking judgment move? You did more than the menus, didn't you?
Yeah, I downloaded the new Movesets and Heat Actions mod. There's 19 Movesets in total now, and weapons were also somewhat changed, also a lot of Heat Actions from across the series, and a few random ones.
Noticing a lot of Yagami and Majima here, Joe? But I'm guessing Tiger Style is also here? It would be sort of weird without it.
I still need to play Judgment, but it feels very, we have it at home like.
Tiger is overbreaker, Obama tone. You really learn how much you rely on Flex Fisher when it's gone.
At a bit of a loss for words here. I mean, it seems so random and nutty, but I guess I can't knock it until I see it in full glory.
No worries, Dolan. I suppose now's a good time to figure out how we're going to make this YouTube channel we hijacked work correctly.
I completely forgot that we actually planned to record our antics. This can only go terribly in the best possible way.
Maybe whenever I learn editing, I can actually edit the Marvel stuff we recorded into shorts.
Sounds like a plan, Jorge. I suppose I should think of the games we should play. We have so many random games. What was the list at after Christmas spendings, Barry? Like 500 plus?
I lost count after we bought nearly every Lego game and got Street Fighter 6 and Guilty Gear Strive. But probably around 570.
Holy shit, I didn't know we had that many games at our disposal. How about one day we all just make a wheel and spin it to see what we have to play?
Not that terrible of an idea, Bush, but I realized Obama still has to pick the game for me to play one day, and I still haven't been told what that is yet.
Oh yeah, right that. I forgot about that. I may have an idea actually, and this is going to be fun for all to watch.
Well, either way, we did buy that random prop wheel for Bets for Friday sessions. Maybe we can use that for the games?
Not the worst possible idea. I am getting tired of losing to Obama's queue and having to eat sardines on pizza.
Oh, come on, Don. You play Sean and never expect the charge overhead. I'm sorry I can't help it.
After playing Mysterious Mod, I find it really hard to play 3S. Then again, they also don't have Dan, so maybe that's why.
You do have an amazing Dan in MM. It's actually hard to clutch up with Guile sometimes, but it's always fun. However, your Oro definitely does not translate well.
I gotta admit, the revamped Ed is my personal favorite, but I still need so much practice, it's insane.
Personally, it's Zaggy or Alex for me. I love 6, but this Geef just SPD difference.
Y'all want to one day play SF4 Remix? I hear it's basically 4 on crack.
You know what's weird? I remember you calling saying you got 4 at like 1 a.m. and we were all hyped as hell. Then we played together and we liked it, but all weren't super hyped. But when Ultra came out, we all locked in and nearly did a tournament for $250.
Hey, sorry, wait, I'll say my piece in a second. Joe, what the fuck is going on? Are we in fucking VR right now? A first-person heat action? That seems mental.
But you gotta admit it looks sick as hell. Kind of like you view it from the point of the stunt crew themselves.
You know what? That's actually a good point, like those old parkour videos. However, 4 was average, honestly, though. That initial hype cannot be shut down. Though Geef and Cody were a bit rough.
Man, this is getting me in the mood to play some Marvel. However, I got another question for y'all. Should we do like one-off videos or Let's Plays?
I'd say depends on the game, really. I mean, with Marvel and Street Fighter, it's mainly one-offs, but Pokemon and DMC are most likely Let's Play material.
You guys mind if I invite a friend soon? He said something about playing Kingdom Hearts, and I think he would do great for our channel and group.
The more the merrier. We'd have to cue them in on a few jokes, but I think we can break the new guy in pretty quick.
Honestly, if they're friends with you, they'll fit in just fine around here. I think they sound like they have a good idea for games to play.
All right. I'll see if I can get them in the GC sooner or later. pretty smart, but maybe a bit scared to do some shit. Either way, we'll give them a nice welcome, I'm sure.
I have no idea why this randomly popped in my head, but y'all remember when arcades used to rule the world?
As a matter of fact, yeah, I do actually. It was pretty. Joe, is that combo still fucking going?
Holy hell, he's starting to believe. This is how you do a fucking infinite?
God damn! He's going all the way! Keep it up, Joe!
Boom shakalaka!
I truly am at a loss for words.
Joe, that looked goofy as all hell, but that was nice, my man.
That took a bit of focus not to do the finisher instead, and I missed the grab for extra style, but thanks, Barry.
Joe, that was not only insane, but completely stupid. That was a full-on infinite. Like, how crazy is this mod? Did you just fucking switch to Legend just like that?
Yeah, actually, there's a mod called Legend Fix that lets you change to Legend whenever you want, like DOD and Kiwami.
You know what? Respectable, honestly. Now I can go from Thug to Mad Dog to Slugger for combos and damage now.
While bloody and demented, that was cool as shit, Joe. What other type of heat actions do you know how to trigger?
You think I know how to trigger specific actions in these games? I just press buttons and see what happens.
Honestly, I remember like how to do 2 or 3, maybe 6.
Do you think the mod page itself, or maybe whatever doc came with the mod has the way, or?
We'll check later on, but for now, let's see how Joe does, just how he's always known.
All right, fellas, can we run it back to my question of when arcades were cooler than anything we could own at home for a while?
The fact that the closest thing people had for arcades for a while was select laundromats is depressing. But can't lie. Playing Galaga as my clothes were washing was a nice time waster.
I don't remember many arcades, sadly, but seeing an emulator for old cabinets is pretty sweet. And I snagged an arcade 1-up NBA Jam and a Marvel machine.
That is kick-ass, Joe. I will admit. We all have perhaps one arcade story, and it's cool, but do you think we have endless topics to go on about? Like for videos, do people like silence for even 10 seconds?
Maybe you're right, Don. I feel the disappointment from here. But we're very laid back and not really trash talking unless we're playing multiplayer. Maybe we should try and shit talk more in and out of that.
That may work, though, friendly shit talk at least. Don't want to have it to where we sound like none of us should be in the same room.
Completely agree. Besides, it may make it more fun depending on what's said.
Oh yeah, Barry, the game list was like 550 plus, yeah? How many do you think are for the boys and how many can we record?
There were a lot of fighting games, but probably 30% for the boys, 70 for recording.
The more I think about it, we have so many games it's impossible to get bored, but also hard to think about what to do next.
Yeah, you make a fair point, Donald. Okay, I was not really expecting that.
What the shit? The outside of the field is actually somewhat textured and isn't just a blank void. Kind of cool, won't lie.
Y'all ever get those broken controllers to work so we could do some multiplayer shit?
Very much off and on, Bush. But whenever we can join in, I'll see if they'll work with us.
I deadass forgot you were still on this battle, Biden. Can we move it along? My food's probably gonna be here soon. Son of a bitch, of course, when I mention it. I'll be back in a bit.
Damn, did we ever get Don a new pair of shoes? Or new stairs? Things loud as hell.
The timing of Joe finishing the fight and his food getting there is nothing less than comical.
I will admit, I wasn't ready for the loud-ass steps. I still had him on 200 because his old mic was asked, but I think to make this one less boring, let's use some form changes. I believe this one is Boxer.
All right, I am lost as all fuck right now. Is Boxer a style or a Street Fighter, Joe? You hit that motherfucker with a flash kick and a Psycho Crusher.
The knee slide was a nice touch, though it would scrape your kneecaps something fierce.
I forgot how to do the actual boxing part with this. Seeing a lot of kicks for a boxer.
This man completely messed up his whole spine just to do one move, yet is still fine a second later. I love game logic.
You good over there, Bedman? The hell was that? Take a moment to breathe next time, man.
Is Don eating outside of the call? I respect the manners.
Wait, y'all hearing that?
Sorry, got sidetracked by the Shredder's Revenge soundtrack again. Food was also cool. What I miss?
I, for some reason, feel like you're moving and grooving fucked with the laws of time and space, but not much. Didn't really get far into this battle.
The new moves are looking kind of cool. I say kind of cause for a boxer. The punches seem like the least effective weapon you've used.
He's right. Either the name's a reference, completely ironic, or just a name.
Well, either way, we're almost done here. Let's say we finish this off, and then I'll play some Mario Kart.
A, god damn, the boxer may have some cool shit after all. B, yeah, I'll host this time. Donald, make sure your Ethernet is plugged in this time.
Fuck you, man. I kicked my router by accident after getting hit by like 2 red shells in a tight race for first. Sue me.
Baby Park is an unforgiving bitch, Don. We all know this.
The fact that We Deluxe is a thing just blows my mind still. But thank God, I hear 8.0 came out recently.
Trust me, I know. Downloaded that shit as soon as I woke up. Going Funky Link is all.
Ah, damn well. Not really a cool ending, but let's go.